All right, we're going to review some more of the phonograms that we've learned this week, class. We'll start with our hurt twins. So remember those ones, there's a quiet hurt twin that says, ow, oh. So we'll start with that one, the phonogram that says ow, oh. All right, class, this is our ow, oh. All right, so if you didn't remember that one, pause the video, write it 3 times while you say the sounds, ow, oh. Next, we'll do our talkative hurt twin. Remember that one says, ow, oh, ooh, ugh. All right, so the phonogram that says, ow, oh, ooh, So say it while you write it. All right, so I'm going to leave a clock space. And this is my ow, oh, ooh, Right, so if you didn't have that one, make sure you pause the video, write it 3 times, saying while you write it the 4 sounds, ow, oh, ooh, All right, the next one is k, 2-letter k, used only after a single vowel that says a, I, or a. Class, what are you going to write? Good. K, 2-letter k, used only after a single vowel that says a, I, or a. All right, this is our k, 2-letter k, used only after a single vowel that says a, I, or a. Okay, so if you had something other than that, pause the video, write it 3 times, sing it while you write it. All right, the next phonogram is R. What are you going to write? Good, R. All right, say it while you write it. All right, R, leave a clock space. Remember, it's not just the letter that has that name, because that letter by itself says, if just the second letter here says R, remember it can't say R. We need this whole phonogram to say R. Gosh, I should start moving around more while I'm teaching because the light keeps turning off on me. And then I have to walk around the classroom and try and get it to turn back on. Okay, so that was, let's see, before we move on, I want us to come back over here because these are the only phonograms that we've learned after the first 26 that we aren't going to, I'm not going to have you write today. But I do want to go over the sounds. So can someone tell me why I have a bracket or why these two are connected? If you said they make the same sound, you are just right. And what sound do both of these make? Good, they both say A. So this first one is, say it with me if you remember, A, that we do use at the end of English words. Good, and that means this one is what? Oh, I forgot the A2 letter part. So A2 letter A that we do use at the end of English words, and A2 letter A that we do not use at the end of English words. All right, and so why do you think there's a bracket around these two, or these two are connected? Right, just like these two make the same sound. Tell me the sound if you remember it. Good, they both say aw. So we have aw that we do use at the end of English words, and aw that we do not use at the end of English words. I had those up there and then I needed to erase them because I was teaching first grade and they're not ready for this yet. They won't be there for a while. So I took it down so it wouldn't confuse them. But then I remembered I needed it back up for you. All right, so this next phonogram is, all right, this one's kind of tricky. Or for some reason, we have a hard time remembering it. It's oo, uh. What's the phonogram? Good, oo, uh. All right, so write that one and say it while you write it. All right, class, this is oo, I like this phonogram because it's in one of my favorite words. All right, that means it's saying its second sound, so let's try reading this word. Right, b-u-k, book. So that's one reason I really like that, ooh, because it makes me think of one of my favorite things because, or one of my favorite words, because books are one of my favorite things. All right. The next phonogram is O, the O of toe. What are you going to write? Good, O, the O of toe. Excellent. All right, this is our O, the O of toe. So if you didn't have this, write it in 3 times, saying it while you write it. And our last phonogram for today is O, the O of boat. What are you going to write? Good, O, the O of boat. So write it and say it while you write it. All right, so I'm going to skip a clock space. This is O, the O of boat. So if you didn't have that, write it 3 times, saying it while you write it. I think you might be surprised if you do that, how much it will help you remember them. All right, class, excellent job with your review, and I'm sure you used your most beautiful writing too.